At Manchester Theatres, it is my pleasure to be joined by the fabulous Vivian Panka, who is currently at the Manchester Opera House in Mean Girls, the musical, and it is going to be there until the 7th of March. Now, Vivian is no stranger to playing a mean girl, having absolutely smashed it as Heather Duke in the West End in Heathers. She's also been in 9 to 5, the musical, and more recently, we were lucky enough to catch her in Dear Evan Hansen in Manchester. So, Vivian, thank you so much for joining me today. And it's Wednesday, and neither of us are wearing pink. We've got it wrong.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I mean, I was wearing this pink hat before. I feel like that maybe
Oh, well, there you
counts.
go. You get a pass.
Yeah,
So,
thank you so much for having me.
oh no, thank you for doing this. So we've got the musical based on the iconic film. So tell us a little bit about the story and if it differs any when it's on stage.
Yes, so I was obsessed with the 2004 movie. I take a lot of inspiration from that movie. I loved it. And then it went into workshopping and onto Broadway. And there were definitely some changes then. But there's also new changes because when it transferred to the West End, they updated the costumes, some of the songs, some of the lyrics to make it more fresh and to make it more, I guess, modern, which is good. And the show is a bit quicker as well. The show is now 2.5 hours, and it feels like a wonderful explosion of like happiness, which is really good. Thinking of like any interesting changes. I think story wise, it's still the same. You have the three girls, and you have Cady, who is new to the school and was homeschooled before, and it's still the same energy and the same story. It's just set in a more modern day world, I would say. Yeah.
That makes me feel so old. You saying 2004 isn't modern.
No, I know. There's people in this cast who were born after 2004, which makes me feel really old. But yeah, no, but that feels like that's really funny, isn't it? Because this is what my mom always says. She's right here next to me. She's always like, "Oh, no, I don't like these outfits because that's what we used to wear, but everything comes back around."
Yeah.
And that like early 2000s vibe is what people think is cool now. And I'm like, I remember that. Like, I remember people wearing that. And now it's really cool. So it's funny to see.
Yeah. So you play head mean girl, Regina George. She is mean. We all still love her. I mean, what's that about?
I know. She's my favorite character, but she is quite mean. It's really interesting, actually, because sometimes yesterday I was doing a show and I was singing a song called Someone Gets Hurt in Act 1. And it's one of my favorite songs. It's very, I love the melody. It's very like high, riffy, belty song. And then at the end I was like, I just did something really mean. But like, it feels like, you just love her, don't you? She's everything. And then at the end I was like, well, you did just steal someone's crush just because you wanted to. That's not very nice. But it's fun to play a mean character sometimes. And like you said, I've obviously done Heathers as well, which was similar. But I don't know, Regina is just on another level to me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the planning involved, which we're going to get to in a bit, but the planning involved in her. And she does have this power throughout the school, where she gets to choose who is included, who's excluded. But what I'm interested in is, where did that power come from? Like, why Regina? Why did she end up as the one that was kind of all hailing, ruling the school?
Well, I feel we added as if I did that, but they added this bit into the musical, which I think is good, and it's like a flashback where we go back to middle school, and Janice and Regina were actually friends in middle school, and that's when she started plotting and planning. And I think sometimes you just have someone who's really confident. Sometimes it's the pretty girl, but sometimes it's just the energy that they have. And other people, especially in middle school, you're insecure and you want to know what's cool and what's not. So sometimes people just look up to a certain person. And I think that's what happened to her. And that just never went away. That's my theory.
Yeah.
but obviously she's not really using her power for good. But
No.
what's funny is the plotting and planning, like Cady becomes exactly that. Not to spoil it, but this movie came out
Yeah,
in 2004, guys. You should have watched it by now.
exactly.
Cady does the exact same thing, and everything that happens to Regina is just as mean, or maybe even more mean than
Yeah.
anything she's ever done. Which is why this is such a good story. It's a cautionary tale, isn't it? So
Well, I think, yeah, because it shows how intoxicating that kind of idolized,
that power, yeah.
yeah, that can have. And you touched on it there that she does use this power for kind of cruelness instead of kindness. And we do see this kind of relationship that evolves with a mum. Do we think she kind of has any influence over that? Because a mum's not the nicest either.
I think the mom is really, I don't know, it just feels like she is very focused on the outside. I say feel like, but there's a literal line where she says, remember, real beauty does not come from the body, it comes from the face, which is so funny. But like, if you have someone like that influencing you in your life, I do think that, you know, has some sort of influence on how you walk around in the world. I don't know if the mom is mean, but I do think she prioritizes looks,
Yes.
and you know.
Yeah, definitely.
No, but I love the mom. I think that's another iconic character.
Yeah,
Love her.
absolutely. Absolutely. And there's so many themes in this show, to do with the way that high school operates, whether it be bullying and cliques and all the different groups. And I think that is why it's popular with a younger audience as well, because they've literally got something that they can relate to. And with that, you do get like this kind of responsibility. But I think what Mean Girls does so beautifully is it doesn't preach that in any way, shape, or form. It kind of just goes, look, this is what happens. This is what happens if you do that. Choice is up to you.
Yes, I agree. And it's also not like Regina is the main villain. It's not like that. Like, it's not so black and white. I mean, the things that Janice does, the things that Cady does, there's a lot of nuance within that. And it's not, the thing is, everyone's a little bit mean. That's the point. And
Yeah.
then you're right. Then you can decide if that's how you want the world to work, or maybe you fight against that and maybe we can just be a little bit nicer to each other. But it's never like, oh, you should be, or a huge redemption arc for anyone. It's just more like a mirror almost to the world.
Yeah, definitely. And the songs are brilliant at encapsulating that as well. And I mean, one that always gets stuck in my head is I'd Rather Be Me. I just love that song.
Yes,
But
so
we
good.
have to talk about one of yours. I mean, how do you even begin with a vocal monster like World Burn? It's just like, if that was me in the middle of I mean, I'm not a singer, but if that was me in the middle of the shadow, like, hang on, this solo's coming up, give me 10 minutes in a dark room, and then I'll come back and I'll be good to go. You don't have that luxury.
I don't, and I try not to make it a big deal because that's when I get nervous. It's the waiting around of it that I think is nerve-wracking. But I kind of, it's song back to back to back. So you have the Whose House Is This, very like exciting song. Then it goes down into this duet that Aaron and Cady sing, and then it's the famous "It's Fine" that Janice does, the high one, and that's when I'm standing behind the doors that are about to open, and I'm just locked in. I can hear Georgie's beautiful vocals, and I'm like, well, Vivian, try and do your best and sound good too. And I just stand there and I just use the character because it's all in the acting. I feel like, sure, it's really high and stuff, but I think people don't, when you have the people, like if you have the people convinced of the character, all the other stuff is just extra. So I too try to focus on that. Also, there's a quick change in the middle of the song, so I don't even have time to think about it.
Yeah.
There's a quick change before I do the highest end bit. And then there's also the bit that is this a spoiler? I don't know. Where she goes into like this lift. You don't have time to think. You just do it.
Yeah. You just like song, costume change, lift, and
papers, this, that. So I don't, the book and the burn book and the thing. There's so much to do and so much to play with that. And I say this now, and tomorrow's press night, I'm going to be nervous, but I've been like kind of calm because that's the energy that you need when you're like walking forward in that song, I feel like.
Yeah. And we said we'd get back to the layers of Regina. I mean, the burn book. So, oh my goodness. So there's this book that she creates, and it's kind of like a roasting book, isn't it? Where she roasts every, and she's like, but she then uses that to kind of manipulate. And again, I don't want to say too much if I'm not spoilers, but I don't think so at this point. But yeah, to plan her own get out of jail, like the things she creates, it's just genius.
It's so genius, and especially in the movie. I mean, the thing is, I mean, there's these themes as well. Like, what's happening to her is not right. Like, I like what this is what I feel, obviously, because I care about the character, because I have to, because I play her. But it's really upsetting. The end of Act One, where everyone turns against her. Then the moment with the Caltine bars, where she realizes that Cady has lied to her, and she's like, it's done the opposite of what she wanted to achieve. I think she just, like, something snaps, you know.
Yeah.
If you've seen the movie, you know that scream that she does, from there all the way to her room, and then writes that in the burn book. I mean, I think it's just the ultimate revenge that she's planning, and it comes from that betrayal, I guess, and maybe that's the first time she's ever felt it. And the world burn is kind of, the song is kind of that scream encapsulated in a song, I feel like.
Yeah that's a really good way.
It's a really fun thing to play, but you are right, it's actually so crazy, because the burn book, actually, I mean, this is going to be so nerdy, but they hadn't used the burn book for ages until the mom shows it to her, because she found it in her closet. So it's fairly new, and then to immediately use that for revenge is actually really smart. Genius. Evil, but genius.
Genius. Yeah, we can give it that one. But it comes back to that, you know. Okay, so people might say it's karma, you know, that she's having something happen to her, but actually, again, it's that thing of, hang on though, but if you're saying it's wrong for her to treat people like that, why is it right for people to treat her? It's still the same thing. So it's again, what you choose to do with that power that you have.
Exactly. But it's really funny to see Cady gain that power, and kind of Gretchen giving that to her almost, because she's like, oh, Regina, you can't sit with us. And then she looks to Cady, and Cady realizes, I have this power. And what she doesn't do is change the way the school works. She actually just continues it. And betrays all of her friends. But I guess that's just,
not one day's work.
It's, you know, it's just, I guess if you're a teenager, it depends on who you are, but it's really easy to get swept up in that power. Yeah.
And all of this, of course, is the brainchild of Tina Fey, who, like, how many awards, improv, writing, producing, presenting, comedy. I mean, absolutely.
I love her. Like, I love her. I'm obsessed with SNL. I mean, I keep saying this in every interview. So to have her name, Lorne Michaels' name, and my name on the same poster is ridiculous to me. I genuinely think Mean Girls is like one of her most genius things that she's written, and I love her. Yeah.
If you got the chance to ask her one question about Regina, what would it be?
No. Oh my god. No, that's so hard. Okay, she's probably not watching this, so I don't have to actually be like, I feel like I have to actually ask her a question. No, I would just I would love to know what her take is on, like, why she became what she ended up becoming, and, like, more about her background, as in, who were her parents. Like, we never see the dad. Like, what, do you know what I mean? Like, that would be interesting to me to ask her, because I'm sure she has an answer to that as well. I'm sure she thought of all of it. But I guess now it's just up to me to fill that in and make it my own. But oh my god, if I ever got to meet her, I'd be nervous, because I'd want to come across as, like, intelligent and really interesting, and I probably would be the opposite and be like, hi, I love you and all your work. She'd be like, who's that?
You just need, if you ever meet, you just need to go, Tina, love, pick up a few Manchester sayings. Tina, love, this is what I think of you, and then just burst out world burn, and then she'd be like,
in front of her.
yeah,
right. I feel like I am going to meet her one day and I'll do exactly that.
And if it all goes wrong, you just said, Karen told me to. She told me to do it.
And then she'll call you and you can have a long chat with her and ask her all your questions.
Perfect. Oh, thank you so much for your time today, Vivian. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you. And of course, we can catch you until the 7th of March in Mean Girls the Musical at the Manchester Opera House. What an iconic show. Thank you so much. And we will see you, well, as of tonight, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. This was
you're
great.
very welcome. Thank you.